Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new series for Farming Simulator 25 in Kinlaig, Scotland. And we're going to get started by just taking a quick tour of the farm. Very beautiful map. All kinds of different locations to visit. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about it, because we can explore all of that along the way, because there's farm work to be done. But we might as well take a look. Plenty of doors to open. Got machinery here and there. Got a car, that's nice. We've got sheep to start out with, which is pretty unique. I haven't had sheep in a while, so be a good idea. We got some hay equipment, some grain equipment. Really neat layout for this farm. Something I can get used to. But we will take a tour later. I really like this area here. We got where we put the grain, but we also got a really neat area back here. We could come up with something really creative here. Lots of trees. That makes it feel very, very nice. Got some shed space. I think this building, I had initially thought one of these buildings, I don't know if this one is a silage pit or not. Oh, here's another garage, and we got the fast track over there, but I think this one looks more like a silage pit. Yeah, this is a silage pit. But I think this other building is supposed to be for, like, this is for onions. I believe we put onions in this one. So that'll be really fun to play around with. But before we get carried away, I want to figure out what we need to do first. For this map has a lot of things we can do on it. We're going to be able to explore the aquaculture and the onions and all that. Okay, well, we got barley here. I think, yep, barley's ready to go. And I think we got a hayfield right over here ready to go. So, and then we got another field here. I'm not sure what that is. It's not onions, I know that much. Unless that's some other crop that I'm not aware of. Or is that hay too? Oh no, wait, maybe there's nothing on there. It would have said otherwise. Yeah. So this is just a dirt field here. And then we got, I think, some wheat over here. So we got plenty of land. This is our little pasture. I think that's a pasture. What is that? Oh, wait, that's where the Highland cattle are. I haven't visited that area yet. I did take a look at this map previously, but a very nice looking location. So I think we can get started with some grain, just so we know where to get going. And we got our New Holland. It is a T8020, T8020. We will have to adjust some settings along the way, but it's an older tractor, I think. It's not entirely new, so first time running these tractors, so we'll find the trailer. I think the trailer's over this way, so let's make sure we go the right way. A lot of gears on this thing. hook up to this trailer. And we got a field right behind us, so I'm gonna whip it around. I like these dirt paths that they have too. Very nice. Yeah, let's get out of here. Alright, let's make sure we change that setting. I never have these things immediately set up for myself, but that's okay. We'll turn those off. And turn that off. And let's see. Turn that on. Turn that off because I don't need that. Leave these on. I'm going to turn that. Disable that. I don't care for the disaster destruction. And we'll stick to that. I think that should do it. All right. There we go. All right. Park the tractor over here. I don't know if we have another gate. Alright, we'll stop it right there. We'll shut it off. We'll tab. Here's our Skoda car. And we got our combine. Pretty tight yard in some places, so I'm gonna have to. Oh, there is another gate. So what we'll do is we'll back up. Not so fast there now. Stop right there. Let's unfold the header. Hopper. Right on. There we go. We'll set our GPS. Cruise control deactivation. I guess that must be new. I don't remember that being a thing. So I'll just keep it the way it is. Because then that way. Alright, let's get her going. Hit H. And we're on our way. And we can collect straw since we do have a pickup bed. Open up the field. Go around it at least a couple of times. This is barley, so very nice looking field. Very good one to start with. See how well it follows. And we'll definitely have to get some hay for the sheep. They do start you out with a few square bales, just so you have some feed for them. Whoa! Little bit. Couldn't see what I was doing. There we go. We'll eventually have to get a baler. But we also decided to start out with $1 million, just so we have a little more wiggle room in case we want to get into the aquaculture. And I'd like to use whatever equipment this DLC has to offer. Now we'll turn her around, go the other direction. Here we go. chilling. There. Now we're getting some pictures. It's got to be ready to get professionally set up, you know. It's like warning. It's like warning. Nice. I like that I can do that quick. Whoa. And now, I'm gonna go against the grain, no pun intended. They may be telling me to go a certain way, but I'm not going to follow that. It's fine. And we're almost full. Keep the headlands quite open. Might be able to finish this right about now. So we'll open that up. And let's tab over to our next tractor. Boy, oh boy. I don't know if it's just the engine or what. It just sounds like it's got it. Either less power or it just doesn't sound right. It's weird. So we're all ready to go. I might be able to hire a worker, but we'll see. If we do, we can find something to do in the meantime. We do have one field we can work on. So I will allow him to finish this. How much this trailer holds. And we'll park it over here for right now. So we're out of the way. Shut her off. What we'll do . See. Whoa. Can't go backwards. Whoa there, what's happening? Oh, I see. Yeah, we'll see if the hired worker works okay. You might get confused because I did this. I'm gonna pick a row for him to start on. Might just cut it down the center of the field. Let's try this. headlands off. So that's a neat feature. Start with the ups and downs. That's all I want him to do. Alright, and see what he does. See if we can find the line. Oh, I think he found it. Alright, so I'll let him have at it. Now, we have our fast track here, so I'm going to get this thing started. Whoa, that is really slow. How many gears in reverse can you have? Find my field here. Field 23, I believe it is. So let's get out of the lot. Yeah, they do kind of mesh. See the field that I need. Yeah, I don't want to go too far. Yeah, we'll just go this way. Hired workers doing all right. That's a good sign. I don't normally hire my workers to do my work for me, but I think this would be a great time to see how it goes. So let's see here. That's it. That's a different field. Oops. Maybe someday we'll get that. And these are left-hand roads. That we're using. And let's see, where is my entrance? That's the question. Probably down there, isn't it? Let's turn this sucker around. It's field 22, actually. This tractor don't turn very short, though. We'll get used to it. Blinker on. Okay. Got a little gate here. I don't know why I put my blinker on there, but... Oh, good thing I parked it further away. I don't want to hit the tractor. I don't know. Here we are. I don't know what I'm going to put on this field, but I'm not sure if I want to put onions on this or not. Because I think that it is definitely something to try. Probably would have been better off using the other tractor for this. Then again, I think this thing has four-wheel steering, so I need to look into that and see if that helps. Because this is only set to the front wheels. That people have been telling me that the whole time. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Hold on, let's see. We got all-wheel steering selected, so let's see if that helps. Oh, that is much better. In fields like this, it's really helpful to have the best steering possible. Oh man, that is something. That makes a massive difference. So what I'm gonna do is well, I don't know if I want to do that. It'd be pretty rough driving. If we have to, we can do that on the final row. That passes. Turns out our worker is almost full, so we'll have to get ready for him. I may end up getting my tractor ready to go after I make this next pass. Ooh, man. Gotta get used to that. Interesting that they expected me to go across. Rather than with the plowing. I guess you could say I basically laid out the headlands and how I'm going to do that, so. We're going to take a look at that. See if it makes much of a difference. he's full, so I'm gonna shut this off for the time being. What I should do is I should bring my vehicle over there while my tractor's there. That's more realistic. Got a huge chunk of this field cut though. And he has taken this side, so I'm okay with that. Alright, I'm gonna deactivate him now. Ooh, that's kind of close. See how full we can get this trailer. Pretty close to full. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this chunk. And then what we'll do is we'll hire him on the other half. Then again, technically I could just walk over there. Or run. see if you can figure it out. Okay, good. Now you can clean up the rest of that field. We'll run over this way. About 82%. Okay. What I probably should do... it might not be that necessary. I was thinking I could just open up this gate and what we can do is whip around in here if necessary. But I decided we should be able to just back it up. Like so. With enough space. And then we will turn around and get going again. Bring it back to the field. Wait for the next load. I'll just park over here by one of the windrows. Shut her down. And we'll meet you at the next field. Normally this is a lot rougher if you're driving across the plowed ground, so I do not recommend it. I may end up hiring this guy as well. It's pretty tough fighting against the furrows like that. Even the game physics don't want you to do that. So I was making the wise decision of going with the furrows and not against the furrows. But I have a solution for this problem if I'm going to hire a worker. We'll go here and we're going to switch from up down to headland. No, that ain't it. The work direction will change. Currently what is set at. So if you change the work direction, give it a little time to load. That's not it. I might have made a mistake, but oh, wait. Just looking at it. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So we'll switch it to a 0 degree. Should in turn change its direction. And it changed it again. Okay. Let's see if it adjusts it. There it is. I didn't hit OK. This should in turn allow me to just do my thing. And what we will do, go to H again, and it should allow me, on the hired worker part, to work the headlands. But not like I need to. So we'll start with the up and down, and then do the headlands. So I'm gonna hit H. Let's see what we got. Maybe it'll figure it out. I have my doubts. It isn't going to be pretty, but I'll come back and see how he does. He's just about finished with this field, so oh, I didn't realize how full he was. Must be yielding pretty good in this area. gonna move on to the next field. Pretty sure it's wheat or something. I'm gonna take a real quick peek over there. Because this stuff was barley. That stuff, I believe, is wheat. Wow, I didn't realize the gates could push you. Yep, that's wheat. So, we'll get the combine over here. We'll open up that field. We will have to figure out what we're going to feed those highland cattle. That's going to be very interesting. So we'll go dump this. And we'll resume our combining in the next episode. So that is going to do it for this very first episode of Kinlaig. Not too much to really show, but there's plenty more that is going to happen. We will be harvesting, we will be getting into some new crops, possibly trying out some aquaculture. Who knows? But we won't know until the very next episode. So thank you all very much for watching. This is the Owinator 3000. And we'll see you in the next one.